What's up and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 238, I guess. I swear we were farther along than that.
This bro thought he was at 240.
I don't know where I am, dude. I don't know what's happening. I don't know who I am. I don't know who you are.
Same.
I don't know nothing.
Same. It was a long couple of days, let's just say. I had lots of fun, lost lots of money, gained lots of money, and lost lots of money.
Bro went to a Mustang show and didn't invite me. He doesn't even like Mustangs.
Well, I don't hate them.
I didn't hate them.
I don't. I really don't. I prefer other stuff.
What about Shack and breakfast? I'm sorry, I'm a fucking psycho.
Yeah. Like, if somebody were to walk up and be like, oh, are you going to pick the Shelby over a Camaro? And I used to say, yeah, I will take the Camaro. But after this rally, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be like, nah, I'll pick the Shelby.
Oh, dude.
The Shelbys are so fucking nice right now. Oh.
The Shelbys always have been. The Shelbys always have been. Did you get to see, was anybody there? Did anybody there? They are super rare, so like I really doubt it. But did anybody there have a dark horse?
Not only did they have a dark horse there, they had one for sale.
Oh God, how much did they want for the dark horse?
I think it was like 160,000.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was somewhere in that ballpark. They had a pickup there that was a Shelby.
Oh yeah, was it a Shelby Raptor or just a Shelby F-150? Because there are both.
It was a Shelby Raptor, I'm guessing. I don't know where the fuck you would drive this truck.
Anywhere and everywhere.
My thing is, you couldn't drive it under overpasses. The motherfucker's like 19 feet tall. It's
Why
huge.
did they make it
the
so
truck is
tall?
Huge. Like, so here's
the stock. It's not that tall.
No, this is like a kitted out fucking. Like, the truck itself was $139,000, I think. But it, like, when you walked up to it, the running board was like right here on me, like just below my nipple.
Oh my God.
That's how much fucking clearance this thing had. I should have taken a picture and sent it to you, but yeah, it was like my thing is I'm like, well, maybe I would buy that and have it for like elk hunting. I could go up the mountain, and then I was thinking, like, the thing's so long and so tall. I don't know if I could make the hairpin turns and stuff going up the mountain that I hunt. I just don't think I'd be able to make it. It's a very large vehicle.
Right.
It's like driving a small school bus. But yeah, then we went into this massive like tent thing, and that's where they had all the cars, the other cars that were for sale, and that's where that dark horse was at. And they had two other vehicles right next to it that were both over $100,000. So
yeah,
they were really nice though. Yeah.
What's up?
The drag races were pretty cool.
I hate watching videos of drag races.
Because
they all of the cars look so slow every time.
Well, yeah, they're running an 8th mile in like sub 6 seconds or 6 seconds, and around that 6 seconds were the fastest ones.
Right.
So, but a lot of these vehicles that were racing were like we call them street wide or whatever. So they're just like that. Yeah. People just drive them off the street, and I want to race, Yeah. And then they actually had like racers there. So they had anybody that was sub 8 was in the pro class, and anybody over top of that was like a secondary class. You still got like a first place for a secondary class, but
under 8 seconds to be top class is wild. Yeah. I feel like not. I almost feel like 10. If you're under 10, you're building your car. Like, there are not that many stock cars going in under 10-second quarter mile. They are not.
8th mile.
Oh, it was only an 8th? Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
I thought we were talking quarter miles. I was like, under 8? That's ridiculous, dude. That's that's new motor, new trans, new everything in your car. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
okay,
8 miles.
Okay, yeah,
so
okay.
So I think the average was around 9. So like everybody was pretty close. Like, and then there's so that was pretty fun. But they drive me fucking crazy because this like a whole event, and it was like they slapped this event together in 10 minutes. So like it was delayed by an hour and a half. It was supposed to start at 6 and didn't start till 7:30. The north side bleachers, like all the bleachers there are made out of wood.
Yeah.
And the north side bleachers were like, they were very rotted wood. And so, I don't know, it was very sketchy because you'd step on it and it would like sag and crack and pop. And there was places where you could see where they just threw like newer wood over the top of it and just bolted it down. And so they were kind of like really bad. So we kind of got up there, got our seats, got all cozy. And then they were like, everybody on the north side, can they please come to the south side bleachers because the north side bleachers are a safety hazard? Nice. And I'm like, no shit. So then we came to the south side. No, south side's not that much better. They were rotting and falling apart too. There was like weeds everywhere. They barely decided to mow it down. We started the races and stuff. We tried to do a prayer. The mic cut out. So then they restarted the prayer again and got 3/4 of the way through the prayer and the mic cut out again. And then they finally got through the prayer. And then they decided to do the national anthem. And they got, oh, say, can you see? And the mic cut out. And then they started again. They got 3/4 of the way through. And the rest then it cut out. And the crowd just started singing it. And then we all cheered. And then we all sat down real fast, so we didn't have to. They didn't think feel like they had to restart that,
Yeah.
So that was a pain in the ass. And then they got their timers, that's all, hook a car battery up to it basically, and then they got the lights and stuff and then they got the sensors at the end that they start the time and end the time, so it's electronic basically, so there's no human error. And several times that went down and delayed. So it was like midnight before we even got to like the final races and stuff. And I was so fucking cold. I was in a short sleeve shirt and shorts and it was like 48 degrees. So I was getting really cold and the wind started blowing. And so I was like, fuck, I have to, I either have to go and get a coat somewhere or we're going to have to leave. And I think Cody had enough. So we kind of just decided to dip. But like, we did actually stay there until we seen like the final race or whatever for the pro class, and then they did the streetwise class after that. And the winners, there was a white car and a black car, both of them Shelby's, I think. They're all souped up, and the winner was the black car. He ran a 6.67, I think, and the white car ran a 6.9 something. So it was really close. But that was, and then they're on the radio, on the announcer or whatever. They're like, "Oh, thank you for everybody that spent their, multiple hours to bring this together and make it possible." And I'm like, yeah, you're multiples of 10 minutes that you took to put this together. Because obviously nobody tested any of the electronic stuff. Nobody tested any of the speakers. Like, you guys barely mowed. There's weeds everywhere.
Mowed.
Yeah, there was like weeds that were taller than I was everywhere. You had to wade through to get places. But I mean, it was still fun, but it was just kind of like, well. And then the next day it was a little funner because they actually had like the course or whatever. And that was fun to see. It was weird because the female drivers were like better than 99% of the male drivers.
As
It was
much
kind of
as
cool to
people
see.
like to make jokes about that, that's typically true.
Yeah. So and we about got to it. Oh, something I forgot to mention about the street race or the race,
Yeah.
the drag races. Directly across from us on the other side of the track, there was a big fight that broke out, and there was like punches being thrown and stuff. And then there was there was like no security guards there. There was an ambulance there, but there's no security or anything like that. So a couple of the track racers or the track managers or whatever ran and jumped the fence and went over there and like put the two guys in chokeholds. And then here come the wives screaming their heads off, "Stop it, stop it," and smacking the uh, the workers in the back of the head, and they're all bundled up right behind this truck. Well, one of the instigators, which what ended up being a female, a younger, smaller female, jumped in the pickup, started it, and just decided to run people over trying to leave.
That's the correct
So
way to do it.
yeah, she ran two guys over, uh, like just floored it backwards, ran two guys over, and then peeled out and around. And apparently the two guys weren't, they were bruised a little bit and scraped, but they weren't hurt, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that was kind of exciting for a little while, and then they got back to racing. But yeah, and then we got to almost see a guy get run over during there was a 1968 Chevelle, or not Chevelle, but the what the hell was it? It was a Mustang, of course, but
Yeah.
I can't remember what the actual.
Like a Mach 1, Mach 3? Is that right? It was a
I'm not sure.
68, or was it just a Boss?
I think it was a Boss, what it was.
The question is, was it a 302 or a 429?
Sounded like it sounded like a 429, but it's hard to say because they had a supercharger on it. So
if they didn't tell you, then yeah, it's kind of impossible to just know.
Yeah, well, it sounded angry, so I'm gonna guess it's a 409. Anyway, they decided to have like a kids like racing these cars and stuff, and this 13-year-old had never done it before, and she got most of the way through the track, and there's like a hairpin turn.
Oh no!
And she come around, and this guy had parked his side by side up against the light pole, and there's like some concrete slabs and stuff, and he's just standing there. And she come around, hit the corner a little too hard, and like peeled, and then like was headed straight for him, and he like dove and rolled, and she like last second like skidded past him and slammed on the brakes, and and so he decided not, that was probably not a very good idea, good place to stand and park. So he moved his side by side and stood on the other side of the concrete blocks. But there was some there was a 15-year-old that ran the track in 40 or 50 seconds flat, pretty much. And for reference, most of the guys in the pro class ran the race in like 51 or above. So wild that this 15-year-old was, 15-year-old girl was able to accomplish that. That was fun. I think that was funner than watching the actual drag races and stuff. So I don't know. The funny part is that girl that was racing, she was racing in a $120,000 car, in a Shelby, I think is what it was, and really nice car. And they were interviewing the dad who also races, and they're like, so how do you feel about having a 15-year-old behind the wheel of a $120,000 car? You scared that this is going to be one of her kind of expensive hobbies? And he goes, well, she's into horses, and the car is the cheapest part of her hobbies. Apparently horses are more expensive than driving $120,000 cars, which I feel like is,
I could see that
kind of true.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, after you pay for a $30,000 horse and all feed and all that shit. Yeah, I can see where you'd have to pay more on a horse than a car. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, and then I took $1,000 with me to gamble in
That's
Deadwood.
ridiculous, but okay.
Yeah, I should have quit like 4 seconds into my gambling experience because I hit like 600 and some dollars, so I was up like $500,
Yeah, that's a good time to quit.
and I should have quit, but that was the whole thing we did the whole time we were there. And you know how I am around. There's machines everywhere. Oh, I just stuck. I got to try this one out.
Yeah, I get it. You're distracted by shiny things because you're really
Yes,
dumb.
exactly. So anyway, gambled that whole night, and left with like, I don't know, $800. So I was doing pretty good in my mind. Still had $800. Didn't think we were gonna come back. So what do we do the next night? The next day, we come back, gamble. I gambled quite a bit of my money away. I had like $400 left. I'm like, all right, I'm done. And then Cody convinced me to go to this other place. So then I gambled some more. Well, anyway, I ended up gambling all of my money away. And so I was like, well, I want to try this one last machine because it's the Wheel of Fortune machine. You know how I am. I really love those Wheel of Fortune machines and stuff. And wanted to try that. And I was like, that'll be my gambling experience for a while. And so I went to go check my ATM, which I was supposed to be paid on Friday. Guess who hasn't been paid yet? I had $80 in my account, my checking account. And
you still haven't been paid?
I still have not been paid. So tomorrow when I go to work, there's going to be some big dogs that get their ear ripped off because I'm fucking pissed and I want my money and I want it now. They promised me I would be paid Friday, direct deposit. Now, because I do not want the fucking check, because that's going to take another, I won't even get my check this week. I'll get it next week if they send a check because it's a holiday.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm really, really mad if they sent a check, even though I sent them. First of all, I write down all my information on the applications and all the like acceptance stuff. I fill out that information. So they have my account information there. Then they said, okay, we also need to have a letter, a letter from your bank signed by a bank teller and you that has your banking information on it. That's all they said. So I did. I went to the bank and I said, hey, I either need this or a voided check. And they said, well, it'd be easier to do this. We do this all the time. We already have it set up. All we have to do is just fill in the information. They just click on my account and it just pre-fills in the information. It's all good to go. And printed out. I signed it. They signed it. I brought it back, mailed it into them. Didn't hear nothing about it for like 2 weeks. And then I get an email that says, hey, we can't accept the letter. We need a voided check. So then I'm already pissed because why the fuck do you have this other stuff as a requirement and you don't accept it? So that pissed me off already. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we need it within 24 hours. Otherwise, we're going to have to send you a check. We won't be able to get your information logged in to wire your money. So I immediately went to the bank, got a voided check, brought it back, and had it scanned and sent in right away. And the lady that's in charge, we made sure that she emailed us back, said, okay, we got it. Everything's good to go. Should be fine. Never got another email. Haven't been paid. She said I should be paid on the last working week or last working day of the month, which was Friday. Still haven't been paid. So I don't know where the fuck the $3,700 is out there somewhere. So anyway, where I was going with this is I checked the ATM and then I was like, well, fuck, I guess I'm done gambling then,
Good, you took $1,000 and lost it. You don't deserve to gamble more. Don't be.
Well,
don't. Why are you the dumbest guy in the room? In every room you're in. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna take $1,000. That's what I'm okay with losing. oh, I haven't been paid in a month, but I'm going to go pull out more money just to lose. You don't win.
Well, I should have
Stop
been
gambling.
paid. That's the thing. And I was only going to pull out like $100 so I could play the Wheel of Fortune machine before we left.
I don't think there's any person in the world who can be smart about gambling. I genuinely don't. I think everybody that gambles is the dumbest person that has ever been in their family line.
And they are. And to me, it's not really about making money or trying. I might, yes, there's a sense, oh, maybe I'll be the one lucky motherfucker that hits like 10 grand or something like that. There's still that in the back of your mind. But I was more in the, it's kind of fun to see the bonuses and, because I was playing lower
You spent
denominations.
$1,000. You complain about buying a $20 video game. That's not entertainment. That's you being stupid.
Anyway.
You complain about buying actual video games that actually do something for you. You gamble for 4 seconds and you lose money. Stop it.
It was actually like 2 days, but anyway, I ended up just pulling out $40, which I was going to use to buy drinks. And the fucking waitresses and stuff that walk around or whatever, they're supposed to offer you drinks and stuff, never happened. And so I was like, you know what? Like, there's this lonely old ass looking machine over here that I was like, whatever. So I stuck $20 in there. I'll play for them at like $2 or something, which the max bet was like $6. So I had to pay like $2 just to, everybody else wasn't ready to leave yet, and I was bored. So I slapped the button. First spin, $600. And so then, which now, I'm like, oh, cool. So then I, cashed that out, took the, I was like, it was like 600 and I don't know, $30 or something like that. So I cashed out the $600, took the $30, went to a different machine, hit another $500. So then I just, every place I went, I just seemed to hit, and it was pissing Cody off so much because he could not hit anything to save his life. He'd literally be like, okay, let's try these machines. And he'd sit, I was like, all right, which machine do you want? So he'd pick a machine, sit down, play, not get nothing. I'd sit down, hit a bonus, and $200-300 or something like that. And he's like, motherfucker. So he finally quit gambling and just followed me around, and I'd put money in, lose a little bit, and then I hit another bonus and be back up again. And so ended up coming home with money, which is wild because I expected not to come home with any money at all. So the fact that I came home with money is astronomically impressive to me.
You came home with less money than you went there with because you wasted it all.
That's gambling.
That's why you shouldn't do it. What is the benefit? How is it fun to just literally just burn money? At least fire's more entertaining. I don't know. Every time people talk to me about gambling, it just sounds dumber and dumber.
I don't know. Everybody has their addiction. At least mine's not drugs.
At least drugs would be better. You get something out of it for your money.
Yeah, death.
No, you get high.
Death.
Not unless you're really dumb. But I mean, judging by your track record with gambling, death.
Not just my track record. Have you seen my family?
Yeah.
I have a very addictive family. So, I don't have an alcohol addiction or a drug addiction or cigarette addiction or any kind of tobacco product or anything like that. I just like to stuff money in a machine every once in a while. So
I think any of the other options would be better.
I think people would tend to disagree.
I don't care. At least the other ones, you're doing something. Gambling, you're literally just burning money. Yeah. Especially the way you gamble. Oh, I just use the digital machines only. Yeah, nice. They are rigged for you to lose. That's not true.
I played blackjack too.
When
I was in the casino. Every casino in there has blackjack table and poker.
Okay,
and
so
a roulette table and.
Pretty sure that was the first time you've ever played blackjack.
No, I played, technically for money, yes.
Yeah.
But real blackjack. It was fun.
So sorry, I didn't know you tried something new. I might be smart, but I'm not fucking...
That's what I'm telling you now that we did, and it was fun. I'm not a blackjack fan. I'd rather play poker. The problem was everybody that my friend group that I was with didn't really like. They like to jump around. They like to go here, then they go over here, and then they go. And half the places we gambled in, we gambled because they had free butterfly, like jumbo butterfly shrimp, and hot dogs and hamburgers and free drinks, and
Yeah.
so that at least we got free food out of it. Free food, quote unquote.
It wasn't free. You spent like $1,000.
Technically, if you were smart, you could go in there with $1 bill, stuff it in a machine, and that would qualify you to eat for free for as long as you wanted in there. So you could just eat for $1 every day if you wanted to, if you're smart. I don't know. I had lots of fun. I came home with money, which is more than I expected. That was my first time in Deadwood, technically, so I wanted to, have the Deadwood experience and go see as many places as I could, and it was pretty fun, I guess, which was all that matters. Got to see a lot of cool ass cars.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you even think they're cool? They were all Fords and you hate them.
I never said I hate them. I just used to prefer other cars over them. But now, and part of that was because I had never had an opportunity to sit in every car that I thought I liked. Now that I've sat in a Camaro and actually got to drive a Camaro, I realize I don't like Camaros. Yeah. I like the looks of them. I like the way they look, but it's like you got to be a yoga instructor to fucking drive them. The seatbelt sits behind the seat, way the fuck back here, and you get a cramp in your shoulder trying to reach back to get the stupid seatbelt. Even if you go like this, you still can't reach them half the time. And then you got way the fuck over across just to get buckled up. And then when you're sitting in there, it really doesn't feel like the interior's nice. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it's more like driving a really nice, like a brand new Traverse or something. It just gives you the same feel. At least when you sit in a Corvette, like the dash lights up and it's all like, it feels like a sports car. It feels like a nice, a sporty vehicle, like an expensive vehicle. But when you sit in a, Mustang, the Mustang, especially the newer ones, are extremely comfortable. Because you got to sit in them and stuff while you're up there, and some of them, and I got to see all the different little packages and figure out what kind of package you might like more, and when you get in there, it's sporty. The seats are comfortable. There's a lot of adjustments you can make to make it comfortable to you. I like that about it. Right now, if I were to have to pick a sports car, it would probably be between a Shelby or a Demon, like a Dodge Demon, or like a Hellcat or of some sort from a Dodge, because they're more comfortable than, I don't know. Plus, they also have like the performance too. Chevy's kind of lacking in performance. They've gotten into this like mentality where they're just like, oh, we don't need to compete. We'll still sell,
Chevy literally for the last 10 years has sold their vehicles based on the fact that they're Chevy. Mm-hmm. And there's enough fanboys to do that. They don't do much outside of it.
And my thing is they do have good engines, Chevy does, but they're like you see Ford coming out with pickups that are pushing 700 horsepower, and then you got Ram that comes out with a pickup that has almost 800 horsepower, and they're super high performance vehicles. And then you got Chevy that's like, oh yeah, we're going to change our body style, but we're going to have the same engine with 400 horsepower. What the fucking do? I just wish they would attempt to compete. You know, it feels like they're not trying to innovate or progress anymore. They're just changing the body style and selling the same thing, which is their engines are reliable, but a lot of people are looking for performance now. You know, I want to be able to buy my pickup that's also gas because gas is cheaper, but it still puts out 700-800 horsepower so I can pull my fucking camper if I want to. You know, I want to be able to do that. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want a, you know, just looks and then not have enough power to do anything with it. You know? So I don't know. And then I know Chevy's like, well, but our diesels, but I don't want diesel because diesels, I can't afford to pay $250 every time I fill the thing up. You know? I want gas.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Sorry, I've been like ranting this entire fucking podcast so far.
No, it's fine. I'm on Twitter and I see this video of this cop, you know, lights on trying to pull this person over on the interstate. There's no shoulder. There's like literally a wall. So this person has their hazards on and has slowed down, but is continuing to drive to, you know, find an exit or somewhere to pull over. Dude pit maneuvers her and causes her to roll her car. And people are like, if cop tries to pull you over, you pull over immediately. No, the fuck you don't.
But, well, my biggest thing,
seeing as
what if
it's literally shown in this post that the lady who did that, who was pregnant at the time, which is even better.
That was exactly what I was about to say. What if she was in labor, or it's a husband and wife, and she's trying to have a baby?
And they're trying to make it to the
hospital.
Sued the Arkansas State, I don't know, police, highway patrol. I don't know who this was specifically, but she sued them and got them to change their pit maneuver standards. Meaning, if she sued and won, they were in the wrong. That's how that works. She did nothing wrong.
Could have been in the wrong. That is. Yeah, that is definitely.
Okay, she did something wrong because she was getting pulled over. But when you hit your hazards, that's the acknowledgement of I see you, but I'm.
Especially if she slowed down.
Right, like,
you know,
it's not like she sped up and was fleeing. You fucking freaks.
Yeah, there's a difference. You could tell when somebody's running from you. Really, like if they turn their hazards on and they slow down. Obviously, they're not trying to outrun you. You know.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
So. Flipped the car because she didn't pull over quickly enough. He also scolded her and ordered her to get out of the vehicle when she was trapped in it upside down. I don't know what you wanted her to do. She said, I thought it would be safer to wait until the exit, said the woman who had slowed down and turned on her hazards as soon as she realized she was being pulled over.
Yeah, well, the good thing is
the cop said, this is where you ended up. You pull over when law enforcement stops you, okay? You're the dumbest.
Yeah.
I don't.
There's, you know, I will do my best to defend a police officer any way I can.
There are certain situations, though, where it's like.
When they are in the right. But there is times where it's like, dude,
there's not even.
Cop, you have to have.
Yeah. These cases where there's nothing defensible about what you do, and it pisses me off more to find people defending them.
Right, exactly.
It's
there's
like, dude,
not.
What do you mean?
That is no excuse for that, really, honestly. Especially since, like, I don't know, you can read license plates, and you know, sometimes you can like have dispatch call them and be like, "Hey, pull the fuck over," because obviously they're not running from you. There might be an emergency. You call them. Like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm going to wait till I get to the exit because it's safer. Then the cop can be like, oh, okay, you know. Or, oh, I'm in labor. You know, I'm trying to get my wife to the hospital, you know. So don't pit maneuver to my car and kill my entire family. I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch. Maybe that's just too much common sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the good thing is I know his lights were on, so I know his dash cam was probably recording, so it's all on recording.
Oh yeah, no, the video of the pit maneuver is from his dash cam.
Yep. So
Yeah,
it was pretty easy
seeing
to win
her
in
with
court.
her hazards and everything, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Like I don't know why he didn't like question it at all. Like, oh, she's obviously running from me.
She slowed down.
Yeah, she turned her hazards on and slowed down. She's running high speed chase at 30 miles an hour.
Dude, so there's so much more streamer drama happening again
Oh God.
because streamers are horrible people. Well, that's just not true. That's not fair. There are horrible people who are streamers, but it's really annoying. Why is everybody a piece of shit? Wonder.
I don't know.
Like, it hurts. Makes
You
me
like pickled
afraid
eggs?
to go to anything. I don't think I've ever had a pickled egg.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if I
Interesting.
want to.
I grabbed something at a random convenience store on my way home.
At a random gas station, you grabbed pickled eggs.
Not just any pickled eggs.
What the fuck? Pickled quail, spicy pickled quail eggs.
Yes.
You gonna eat one of those on here for your first time?
I
Watch
am.
puke.
I'm gonna try it. I have had quail eggs before in the past, like way a long time ago. And I think I liked them. But they were just regular pickled quail eggs and stuff. So these are spicy pickled quail eggs. They're little tiny things, but
All right, let's see how he does with a pickled egg. Pickled quail egg. I would have grabbed the trash can a little closer to you before I did that, but that's okay.
oh, it's so spicy and tangy at the same time.
Bro's losing it over there.
Ugh.
Now I gotta go see what's some other dumb shit I've seen on the internet recently. So how was that experience? Ish.
Not bad. Good flavor. It is very vinegary, which I appreciate because I know it's probably not going to kill me that way. It is extremely spicy, though. Holy shit. Well, that would explain it. There's like half a fucking jar full of jalapenos, I think, in there.
Oh yeah. You know, on the day this comes out, football season's back, right?
Oh, fuck. I have a draft tonight at 6. Oh, it's only 6. Okay. Dude, it sucked. Was it yesterday we had a
My
draft?
draft, yeah.
I had another draft at the exact same time.
Don't worry, everybody else auto-picked too, basically, which was pretty incredible.
And not only that, I had 10% left on my charge, and I'm sitting in a restaurant trying to jump back and forth, trying to make picks.
Dubs.
And then my phone died on me halfway through. So
Dubs. Oh,
one of my teams is actually fairly good. Another one of my teams is not so good.
I have found my new defense if I'm ever in court. I don't plan to go to court, but I have found my new defense.
Oh, God.
Your Honor, I plead whoopsie daisy. I plead whoopsie daisy. I don't know. So,
well,
we need to start coming up with a new darts team name. I really think we do. Because we're going to end up with only half of the same team, which means we shouldn't have the same name.
Well, I know one of them might be dead, but what about...
He wasn't on our team last year. He was a sub. Remember, our actual teammate is on a different team now?
Yeah.
And then the other one might be dead. That's 2. There's 4 people on a team.
Right. But we're all men still at the moment.
So, I don't want to be the same. We have a new pestilence and a new famine. Which one were you? I know I was war. Were you death? You might have been death.
Yeah. I was supposed to be good, and I wasn't last year, so.
I was okay. When it mattered, I was great.
You got paid more money than I did.
Well, yeah. Because
Most improved player. Which you could do again this year.
I could too.
You
I probably will
crackhead.
because I was kind of bad last year.
I'm annoyed.
I started off
I didn't
rough.
get paid when I got most improved player.
Get cooked, bozo.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's because that's because there was a bigger, pot because people sucked at hitting the board.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that one lady had to pay $1 when she hit the window. Lost the dart in between the wall and the window.
I find it funny though. Like I get it. like some of those teams, they stopped paying quarters, but that's because like every time they missed the board, and they were trying to say, "Well, the boards sometimes malfunction," and I'm like, "Well, that's not the problem. A malfunction here and there, we have to play on the same board."
Right.
And our team's like never paid over $3 in quarters.
No, I would pay maybe 50 cents a night, and that would just be trying to hit like a double something eventually.
Yeah, but that's wild to me to find out that some people were paying like $8, $9, $10 a night.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
Yeah, but then you'd play against those teams, and you'd go, I understand.
Well, unless they're playing you, then they're just gonna hit every bullseye, every triple 20, every fucking. And they're gonna throw for something else and hit the.
Yep. Unless it became a game that mattered. Because then suddenly apparently when it comes to video games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, we get to the end, I can't clutch up.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to darts though, we get to, hey, we have to win this one. It's already over. I already won. It doesn't matter who I'm playing. That is genuinely how it worked. Because the last game of the year where we were fighting for our spot in the tournament, the lady on their team had smoked everybody on our team and got a lead on me. It just didn't matter.
I think it was just that place. I cannot stand playing there. I don't know what it is.
Don't worry, we're never going back.
True.
And it still isn't as bad as the B. Because those boards are broken.
Yeah. That place might be done. I don't know what's going on there. But so I haven't heard shit from our league at all yet.
I wonder why.
Other than I heard that we're looking for a couple more teams, which is weird because we still have 12 teams.
I told you the place in that bigger town to the east.
East,
yeah. I knew what I meant.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, I knew what I meant. That the new bar that's joining us wanted more.
Yeah, which I think they have three teams so far.
I think they want like 6. Because I think they want to be able to have teams stay in that town more.
But I don't know, if you heard this, but the sponsorships per team has gone up to $50 from $25.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money that they're going to have to sponsor if they have 6 teams.
Yeah,
that's $600 right there.
Yeah.
But
so
whatever, they want to be a part of it.
Our bar still sponsoring 2 teams?
Yes. Well, after Renee finds out that we're going up to $50 a sponsorship, she might throw a fit because she's pretty hard up on money.
Yeah.
So
maybe she won't.
Maybe she won't. We might not have a team at all. So
no,
I'm sure she will.
I was gonna say, I also think this is gonna sound bad. I think she'd rather sponsor our team.
Well, yeah. The other team might be pretty good this year too because they, a couple people stopped playing and they gained one of our teammates that, if he plays, ends up being really good.
I forget that
if he consistently plays.
I didn't know he was the other team for our bar.
Yeah, his wife plays on that team.
Yeah,
and she got
I don't
really
think
good
I remember ever playing against her. Either I missed that week both years. Oh,
she wasn't there.
That makes sense.
They had a sub for her that time.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Well, because they were both gone like 90% of the year.
They were on. Yeah, they were both on vacation.
But yeah,
and
we should consider finding another teammate because.
Yeah. Well,
Mom can only do every other Thursday, so it wouldn't even. Yeah, we can't even.
But yeah, so like I said,
It has me a little concerned.
I'll keep my eyes and ears open for another teammate. But
I'm just trying
I
to
have a
think of who
feeling
we
ours
could.
is going to come through. I just feel like he's just, and my thing is, I got to leave a message. I feel like he doesn't answer because he forgets that this is my phone number, and because it goes to voicemail. So, but I think if I leave a message, he'll probably get back to me and stuff.
Well, it's been a couple weeks and he hasn't.
Well, I never left a message. I just called
What are you
several
doing?
times. But tomorrow, over lunch, I plan on calling him, and if he doesn't answer, I'll leave a message, and then give it a couple days, and then after that, I'm gonna start asking other people, like, "Hey, have you heard from our teammate?"
Yeah.
Because we're kind of getting concerned about him. We have not heard from him. He's been MIA. So, and I do know he was in the process of battling some illnesses. So,
Yeah.
kind of worrying me, but whatever, we'll go with the flow.
The
It's not
internet
like we
still
haven't
offends
done
me.
this before.
I hate that Fox Sports never fixed it. Like, they never fixed it. They made a post talking about, the undefeated teams in the preseason. Totally left the Vikings off. Just totally ignored them. Then got community noted by Twitter. Still never fixed it. Like, fuck you, dude. Oh my God. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's
At
only
least you
30.
can go undefeated in some type of season. My team got their ass kicked.
That's how their season's going to go, too.
I got in such a big argument with my brother because Wyoming got their ass kicked,
Yeah.
and then Daryl's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna support Wyoming this year, and probably not gonna support the Bills either. I'm gonna go buy me Bengals jerseys and root for the Bengals." And I'm like, "What kind of fucking bandwagon fucking family do I have?" And they're like, "Well, it's not bandwagon because they're shit, and we're supporting it." I'm like, literally, because your team's bad, you're jumping ship and going and supporting a team that's better. That's the definition of bandwagon.
Yeah.
You are a bandwagoner.
Yeah, but Wyoming. It's like, yeah,
So
but
what? I know there's people that are Broncos fans. They've been shit for years, but they're still fans.
I'm a Vikings fan. That's all that needs to be said.
That guy's a Vikings fan.
That's all that needs to be said. You guys get it. No.
Yep.
Fox Sports the same day posted the best at their positions on offense. They have 3 wide receivers. None of them are Justin Jefferson. One of them is Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is only a slot receiver and only actually gets numbers because Detroit has no one else. I'm upset. Fox Sports makes me upset.
I feel like they do this shit on purpose because when they piss people off, it brings attention to them.
Why is it only the Vikings fans ever?
Because there's a lot of Vikings fans.
God damn.
There's a lot of them.
It sucks. Oh, yeah. Did you hear about the hockey player who died?
Yep, from the drunk driver.
DUI? Yep. And I saw, I hopefully can't find the tweet because it'll hurt me, but I saw some idiot defending the drunk driver. Because we've all done it. It's just a mistake, man. It's like, no, you're a piece of shit.
No, we
don't deserve to exist. Sorry.
I will not drive unless I fully feel like I am sober enough to drive. And not only that, I'll get a second opinion.
Right? Dude,
but
I don't drink, so I'm always good.
If I do drink and then I decide and I know that I'm going to have to drive, I'll stop drinking 4 hours before I have to drive and just start downing water
Yeah.
because I know I'll be sober by the time. I don't drink much anyway, so I really don't have to worry about it. But um,
Yeah.
but still, if I did think that, even if I did, had 2 or 3 drinks or something like that, even though I felt fine, I'd still probably, hey, can I catch a ride with you? Or you got a
Right.
place for me to stay? Or a lot of times I already have pre-set up things, so I could,
Yeah.
I'll just walk over to my brother's place and sleep there,
Yeah.
or hang out there until I know I'm sober. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's ridiculous and I hate it. And the amount of people who want to defend it because, well, it was normal back in the day. Everybody did it. Nobody got hurt, which none of that is true, but people are
no,
stupid and believe what they want to
there's
believe.
a reason why that's against the law to drink and
Yeah.
drive and be under the influence of any substance.
There's a safety for FAU, Florida Atlantic. He's got really long, like, blonde dreads. Looks like a Valerian from House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
His actual nickname is Sea Snake.
Really?
Like the sea snake from House of the Dragon. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he is good at football. I don't know
like
if he is
college player. I can't remember what his first name is, but his last name is Bond. So every time he makes a touchdown or something like that, it's Bond, and then they replace his like actual name. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Pisses me off now, but I can't remember it.
That's how it goes, man.
I could probably Google it, but that's too much work. This made me chuckle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What else we got going on Twitter? I don't know. Found more signups for TwitchCon parties, so that's fun. I've also been considering doing this, like recording this live again. I both like want to because the chat interaction gives us more chances to be haha funny.
True.
Because we end up doing this type of episode where most of what we do is just be annoyed at the existence of life.
Right.
And I miss just being dumb as shit. I miss when this was closer to like the basement yard. You know how I send you the videos of Joey and Frank all the time making stupid jokes? I miss those days. What happened? We both got extra cynical. That's what happened. But that's okay.
True. Well, that's because we've experienced a little more life since then. And we realize how stupid some people are and how dumb, our way of living and things we have to go through.
Yeah.
And
sucks though.
Life does that to people. That makes them cynical. We start off all happy and joyful and hopeful for the world, and then you experience the world for what it is, and you're like, oh, this place kind of sucks.
This shit's awful.
But the problem is, it's not like, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. It's, what we can do stuff about it. You and I don't have the power to do it, but there's fixes to everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And could make the world a much better place. But greed and wealth seems to be more important than having a better world for everybody. So there's that.
I've also noticed a lot of streamers retiring, and it makes me pretty sad.
Yeah.
Like streamers I know just being like, this shit sucks. And like, it does sometimes.
You only need a couple really good years and you can retire.
I'm going to need some really good years.
I said really good. I mean like $1 billion years.
I don't know if I need that.
I mean,
billion's too much, man. I don't need that.
By the time you get everything set up that you want, like, I know you want a fancy house and you're going to be in a city, which is going to be expensive anyway.
True. No, so, see, I've shown you before. I found the house I want. It's not technically a house.
Yeah. Or studio.
No, it's in a, so I still love that idea of like just buying like a big ass warehouse and just building that out to be everything I want.
Right.
That's a cool idea. But no, I was looking at places for sale the other day, and I found multiple like penthouse apartments that are just for sale.
Yeah.
I showed you the one in San Diego that was like
Uh-huh.
$3 million, but it's at like the top of the tallest building there. It's like, that's fucking sick. And everybody,
Until there's a fire.
it's fine. It's the penthouse. I have a parachute. I'll just yeet.
Yeah, which won't open before you hit the ground.
Well, I
Well,
would
you can go to the
rather.
roof and
Hey,
have a helicopter.
I'd rather fall to my death than burn to death. So,
That's true.
I will still take the parachute and jump, and
Yeah,
that gives
I
me the
prefer not
most
to-
likelihood to survive.
Yeah, true.
I found a
True.
$10 million penthouse in Seattle. That one's sick. Oh my God. See, I don't need billions. I need 10 millions.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that closet's ridiculous. That is a $20,000 countertop in a closet, as well as at least a $10,000 chandelier for no reason. in a closet. Might be a little ridiculous. That bathtub is carved out of marble. Okay.
Huh. That's wild.
Is that gym shared or is that in the apartment? I actually don't know. I want it. I do.
I'm just happy my house has like one of those big round bathtubs.
The one you're moving into or the one you live in?
Yes. The one I'm moving into.
Nice.
Like,
that
one of those,
place
like,
is
you know, it's
beautiful.
got like
oh my God.
it's got like steps around it, all the way around it, and you can step up into it. And
This fucking apartment is gorgeous. Holy fuck. It's $5,000 cheaper than the other one too.
Huh.
So instead of 9,500,000, it's 9,495,000. But that's better. Better.
True.
Yeah, that place is sick. I want it. All right, so I just need a small loan of $10 million.
I'm sure with your income, you could manage that loan.
Oh yeah. Paying $100 a month, I might pay it off in 1772. Somehow I'm gonna have to go back in time.
Because you time traveled back to 1772 to accumulate money to make a down payment on it.
Yeah. No, I would just go back to 2009, buy like 350 Bitcoin for $10.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was watching the WAN show, the Linus Tech Tips, podcast thing. Dan, he's the producer on the show. They were talking about a different crypto like wallet place that's shutting down, which when they talked about it, people like went to check, remembered they had those and were like, yeah, I had like $800 in there. Or, yeah, I had whatever. So they were getting their money back, which is cool. And Dan goes, someday I will find all of my Bitcoin. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, there's a hard drive somewhere with 350 Bitcoin on it. They're like, what? It's like, yeah, I don't know where it is, man. It's just, I will find it
laying
someday.
around somewhere.
And they like looked up what Bitcoin's worth now and times it by that much. He has like $20 million just sitting somewhere. Whew. I want to be that guy. I want to like buy a computer somewhere and just, there's Bitcoin on this hard drive.
Right.
Sick. Ooh, that house is pretty. That's an actual house. It's got a yard. Under a yard. Oh, and what a view. Oh my God. Well, yeah, I gotta have somewhere for the doggo. That kitchen kinda ass though. I'm not spending $6 million and then needing to redo my kitchen. I'm out. I'm good.
True.
Like at that point, I'd rather just build the place my damn self. This is a what? I really hope that's a typo. 7 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms. I also kind of hope it's not a typo because that'd be funny as fuck.
30 bathrooms?
Yeah. Wait, is this like an entire apartment building? Okay, that would be sick. You want to pitch in and buy an apartment building? We can just move everybody into an apartment building. It'll be great.
True.
Nobody lives together, but everybody lives close by.
Mm-hmm.
7 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms. What a thing to see. That's a kind of cool looking house. That's an old house, I think, though. Or it's like a new house, but it looks old. Either way. Kind of pretty. That kitchen's pretty nice. And at least that one, I could just... The only issue I have is that all of the cabinets are white. Just paint them. Because they're just white. It's not like you're painting over wood and you feel bad. It's just white.
We did it.
Right.
And ours was like finished and stuff, so we had to sand them and then paint them.
But this is just white paint. Like, I'll just paint it black.
Yeah.
Done. Fixed.
Why not purple?
I don't know. Because my house...
No, paint them black, and then you can have those like
purple's
magnetic...
the accent color. You gotta have like...
So then you can have like the fucking magnetic lights that they have for cabinets now. When you open the cabinet, like it just lights up purple.
Yeah.
On the inside of them. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Ooh. That stove is in the wrong spot. That's almost a perfect kitchen. So my ideal kitchen now is no longer based around how I want to cook. It's based around shooting videos. So, like, I like having the big, like, island thing. I think that's great.
Right.
So, like, the way I would want my kitchen set up is, like, on the island is where you have your stovetop. And I'm becoming an asshole. I get gas stoves are great. I don't actually, like, if I'm moving into an apartment, then whatever. Whatever's there is whatever's there. But, like, my plan and dream has always been to build out the space that I want eventually. Because then it's mine. And so I want no gas appliances at all. I just don't want the extra bill. Yeah, it'll raise my electric. I don't care. I'd rather just pay one thing. You know what I mean? Like, well, it's more expensive to start up. Who cares?
Yeah.
It also won't explode.
Yeah, I have natural gas for heating.
Yeah, we have it for heating, for our stove, for everything. Yeah. And that's fine. But, like, I've seen enough videos on the internet of houses just randomly exploding. I'm good. Yeah, if it catches on fire, that's not ideal. But whatever. Fires happen no matter what. At least my house won't explode this time.
True.
Normally, you can, like, in a lot of cases, you can flee a fire. You can't really flee an explosion.
True.
You might get pretty burnt up and injured, but, you know, the other way is in bits. So
the good thing is I bought detectors that will detect gas and go off.
Oh, that's very important. But yeah, so I found, like, the stovetop I want, I think, is like $1,800. It's so it is just a stovetop, like you put it into your counter, and it is like a true induction stovetop, not like the ones that claim they are, but like where you actually have to have metal sitting on it. If you like touch it, it doesn't burn you, even if you've been cooking on it all day.
Right.
'Cause that's not how induction works. So anytime somebody's like, I got burned on my stove, and then they tell me it's induction, it's like, no, it's not. It's just electric. Yeah. Those are very different things. Very different. But, like, I want the sink and the stovetop on the island. And then behind me, like, on the wall, a bunch of cabinets, but then have the ovens, like, mounted, like, chest height in the wall, so they're easier to fucking deal with. Yeah, that's my dream idea for a kitchen. No, I worked it out in a house like half the size of ours, which is not big. I could do everything I wanted. I worked it out. I was like, if you let me build it, like you gave me a blank square and let me position it how I want to, yeah, I could make that work. Normally, the issue I have with spaces that size is that they're laid out fucking stupid because every interior designer's a jackass. Well, we need this weird circular room in the middle of the house to ruin everything. It's like, why? But yeah, I want everything to be electric, and then I also want to be a psycho and have the frame of my house just made out of steel. Kind of like the garage.
Right, that's kind of what I thought. Just like,
yeah,
you know, a wildfire burns through, close your windows, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
or it's like, you know, I was just talking about, well, what happens if there's an electrical fire? Well, the house will still be there. A lot of stuff might burn, but the frame's still there, which is the actual pain in the ass part.
Yeah.
I can throw up some walls in a couple hours.
So you could strip it and re-drywall and re-insulate, and you're going to go.
Yep. So that's been my plan. Finding land I want has been a pain. And I'm not like you where I need, like, a lot. It's just, I don't know.
Well, I'm starting with a little and then trying to work my way up to a lot. That's what my game plan is.
Dude, I don't even need that much. I just want a lot in a city that not like a lot of land, but like a lot.
Yeah. An acre lot.
Yeah. Maybe not even an acre. I don't even need
half
that.
Acre.
Right? Like, I don't need that much space. And then I want to build, but I want to do it that way so I can build out my house, and that way I can build it so my neighbors can't hear me yelling at Call of Duty.
Just do the sound barrier stuff, man.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. Ugh. That house is pretty. I keep seeing some apartments that I want to move into for just like a year because like the view out the window that I could have behind me on stream just being like the city is sick.
Right, yeah.
I want it. I want it so bad.
Oh. My sister and my mother must be back.
Ah, where have they been?
Well, they went to my brother's to pick up some or drop off some vegetables and stuff.
So what's it like having her back around? Well, not, I shouldn't say back around. Was she ever around since you've been alive?
Nope.
Yeah. So what's it like having her around?
It's all right. You know, something keeps my mom entertained, and they go do their own things, and she's just kind of getting settled in, just got herself a phone, and so, yeah. I mean, it's fine. Just trying to get used to being able to make your own decisions, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I have gotten distracted looking at houses again.
Yeah.
I do this a lot. I can't afford any.
I still need to unpack and do my laundry and get shit ready for work tomorrow.
Yeah. Then you got to start planning your move in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to give our internet company a call and have them get shit, you know, installed over there. I need to figure out where I want to put it. But
yeah,
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. So apparently Texas is pretty good at football.
Yeah.
Because Quinn Ewers might hold on to his job because they're just blowing everybody out. Colorado State got bullied. Worse than Wyoming got bullied, which is good.
Wild.
Which is good because it still sucks to be a CSU Ram. But so Quinn Ewers got pulled in like the third quarter because it was like 38-0. So they pulled their starter. So Archie Manning, you know, Peyton's nephew, one of those Mannings, got some play time. Looked pretty damn good. Quinn Ewers is going to have to be basically perfect.
Right.
Because there is a Manning waiting to take your job.
that's nerve-wracking.
What's scarier? Shit. It's a Manning with, from what I can see, the swagger of Baker Mayfield. It might be over for the world. It's the only man that can take down Patrick Mahomes. You know what's fucked up? You know who's probably going to be in position to draft a Manning? The New York Football Giants.
Go figure.
It'll always be a Manning on the Giants that takes down the GOAT.
I guess. True.
Oh, God. Incredible, dude. Oh, we have went over our hour there's no requirement. We just like to go over an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I should probably go get some stuff done.
There's real NFL football in like days.
Wild.
Oh yeah,
I'm
so
excited.
I can't even say what are you doing on Thursday. I was gonna say we should go throw darts and like watch the game. I probably can't. On Thursday, I'm getting this tattoo and this tattoo touched up, and then I'm getting this tattoo.
Yeah.
Which is good. I finally won't have this weird gap on my arm.
Huh. Yeah.
The sleeve is starting to come together. Slowly.
Together.
It's all coming together. I'm glad I get to go get it before TwitchCon, though.
Yeah. Gotta have the cool tattoos for TwitchCon.
Hey, dude, okay. What's wild to me, though, is a year ago when we went, I only had that one.
I know, right? You've been getting a lot of tattoos.
Yeah, it's
short amount of time.
Dude, it's therapy for me.
Yeah.
And it costs about the same as a therapy session, too.
I mean, yeah, as well.
I don't know.
And it comes, and you bring it with you forever. So,
yep.
There you go.
And all of mine, again, mean something to me, and that's all that matters. I don't care if they mean something to you. I don't care if you like them or not. They mean something to me, and that's what I care about.
Mm-hmm.
So, fuck you.
Right.
But, yeah. Some have more meaning than others, obviously, but
right.
It's weird that half of my tattoos currently are about death.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little weird. Did I show you this? Oh, well, I definitely showed you the skulls I bought. You were there.
Yeah, I helped pick them out. I found some of them.
You found this one?
I did.
You found that one?
I did find that one. Mm-hmm.
Nice one. I was gonna show Eero last night and I forgot.
I also found the butterfly one, wherever that one's at. I think it's over your other shoulder.
No, same shoulder.
Oh, that one, yep. Also seen that one. It was hiding.
Death moth. Because I found this one.
Yeah.
This was the one I first saw that I really liked.
Yeah.
The mushrooms are trippy, man. I like them. I really do buy a lot of weird shit.
You're a nerd. It's normal.
I don't know. I'm the weirdest nerd. Normally people are nerdy about very specific things.
You just like...
I just like stuff.
Compilation of stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Very true. Oh, yeah. I still have this mustache sitting on my desk that I got from, I don't know, something. You were fucking with him during the subathon. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Couldn't convince him to put it on, though.
No. My mustache is fragile anyway. I couldn't put stuff on it. Might have a bald spot, even worse than I already feel right in the middle.
All right, at least you're not developing a bald spot on your head yet. Oh, is he?
Like right there.
That's not a bald spot. That's just normal receding hairline. Luckily, mine's not truly receding yet. It's just thinning back here, which is why I put my hair up so much, because then you don't notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough out here. What the fuck?
I'm gonna go make my parents try these quail eggs. Should be entertaining.
Should it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any entertainment.
It'll be fun.
But I don't know. Oh, apparently idiots on the internet. So Brazil is banning Twitter, which is
I heard that.
Fine. People are saying that the NFL should not play their game there on Friday. move the teams out.
It's their country. They can do what they want.
But you need to support Twitter. Twitter supports free speech, except all the ways that it doesn't. Twitter supports Elon's version of speech. If you disagree with him, there are literally words you can post where you get a notification that your tweet is no longer visible to people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even anything bad. Twitter is not about free speech. And I promise if you're one of the people yelling about free speech, you don't know what that actually means. You don't know what the First Amendment's about. It doesn't mean you can just say whatever you want whenever you want. That's actually not what it means. It does mean I could, tell a cop to go fuck themselves, and they can't arrest me for that.
Mm-hmm.
They could arrest you for threatening them, though. That would still be speech, but that's not free because it's a threat.
Right.
Nobody seems to understand what free speech actually is, and it hurts my soul. Also, all social media and the internet as a whole is ran by private companies. As a private company, if I don't like what you say in my restaurant, I can throw you the fuck out and ban you. Same thing with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. That is how this works.
Yeah.
You are using a private company's service. If they don't like the way you're using it, you can get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. That's why I still criticize Twitter. But I can't be like, well, they ban everything I do. Cool. They're a private platform. They don't have to let me say shit. I wish they would ban some of the actual shitty people, but that's not
true.
Oh my God. Somebody was watching a Facebook video today. This is always where good stories start. Facebook video today of some guy yelling about how Russia and China have some sort of super weapon that can block out the sun, but only to the United States, and cause an apocalypse that'll take out the electric grid. None of that's even kind of true. None of that is how anything works. But the fact that somebody could say that, and there's going to be thousands of people that believe it, hurts my soul.
Right. I know, right? Because our power plants definitely don't work at night.
No. It's cold.
We have to have this. We have to have sun when we're burning coal to produce power.
Yeah. Fuck. Technically, you don't even need to be able to see the sun to use fucking solar.
True. You just need.
It just charges a lot slower, so you need more panels. But it does still work.
Yeah.
Which is all that matters in this context. So unless they're somehow making the sun disappear, I don't think we have much to worry about.
Right.
And if they can make the sun disappear, I guess we're fucked anyways.
Right.
But so are they. So cool.
Yeah. If you affect one part of the world that drastically, it's not just going to affect that part of the world. It's going to affect everything.
Yeah. But how would you even get something to? I don't know how he thinks that would actually work. Is my thing. How do you block something out only there? Are you just like draping a blanket over the U.S.? Like I don't know.
I feel like these type of people forget how to breathe sometimes.
Probably.
So.
You ever think about breathing and then you're stuck like manually doing it? It like your body just like stops and you have to like manually breathe because you thought about breathing?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
No, I don't think about breathing. It's kind of just.
Well, I know. It just happens until you think about it. And then suddenly you like realize you're doing it. And then suddenly you're like, oh shit, I have to like try to do this now.
Could you imagine if humans forgot how to breathe when they slept?
You wouldn't sleep very long.
I guess technically sleep apnea is kind of along those lines.
Dog, but I forget how to breathe when I'm awake. It's called asthma.
Well, you know how to. Your body just doesn't want to.
True. Next week's the iPhone announcement, which is good. I have a feeling they're going to release it while I'm in San Diego, and that's going to suck.
Probably.
Unless I can get a new phone in San Diego. That would be kind of cool. All right, well, we have overstayed our welcome today, I think. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments below if you think we should do live podcasts again, if you even made it this far, which I'm going to bet nobody did. If you did, let us know what you think about us doing stuff live. Make sure to leave us a rate, a review, subscribe, like, all follow us, whatever all the podcast platforms do. But, yeah, that's it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.